In the modern world, we are constantly on, bombarded by nonstop notifications, global crises, and the emotional weight of everyone around us. This creates a state of emotional entanglement, where your internal peace becomes a mere reflection of the external environment. When the world is chaotic, you feel chaotic. Most people live like passengers on a ship tossed by a storm, standing on the open deck and feeling the direct impact of every freezing wave. Survival requires moving away from the chaos of the deck and climbing towards the safety and control of the captain's bridge. Reaching that bridge requires spiritual detachment, a state of empowered sovereignty over your own mind that is distinct from cold indifference. True peace is impossible if external forces dictate your internal weather. Step away from being the victim and take the wheel. You need a reliable system, standing back, observing, and steering. Stand back to realize you are the soul experiencing the situation.
Next, observe, watching rising anger without drowning in it. Finally, steer, consciously redirecting your mental energy toward thoughts that serve your peace. Simply understanding this framework isn't enough to hold the bridge during a real crisis. You have to build inner muscle through daily discipline. Theoretical knowledge must be forged into a reflex, or the triad will fail when you face genuine pressure. The first training habit is the morning infusion. Spend 20 minutes in spiritual study or positive listening before engaging with the news or your inbox. This priming creates a storehouse of calm perspectives, ensuring you aren't drawing from an empty well when a midday crisis hits. To prevent your mind from overheating, use mind traffic control. This graph shows how an hourly pause breaks the dangerous momentum of stress. Stopping activity for 1 minute to breathe and affirm your control prevents minor irritations from snowballing into evening meltdowns. You can use strategic affirmations as a tool for cognitive rewiring, providing your mind with a stable focal point when external winds are blowing hard. The fourth habit is the digital detox. Curate your feeds and establish no phone zones to maintain strict information hygiene. Lowering your exposure to sensationalism reduces the baseline of cortisol in your system, making the stand-back technique biologically easier to perform. Finally, adopt the practice of divine companionship. The ego often feels it must solve every problem alone, which leads to rapid burnout. When a situation feels too heavy, mentally hand the file of that problem to a higher power to gain the objective distance of an observer. Consistent execution of these 5 habits creates the mental structure necessary to maintain the captain's mindset as your natural default. By following this protocol, you move from being an entangled victim to a grounded individual who remains stable under extreme pressure.
Reclaiming your sovereignty does more than just protect your inner state. It begins to alter the environment around you. When you remain stable in a negative situation, your presence acts as an anchor for the panicked passengers nearby. As you master your own internal responses, your stability can help quiet the turbulence in those around you.